Sa kasalukuyan po, Madam Speaker, pinag-aaralan na yung mga revisions sa Common Tower Policy to make it more useful to the free Wi-Fi program.
So
And to
halos
our-
lahat ng government agencies natin, ang ginagamit natin public cloud gaya ng Amazon AWS, Google Cloud at Microsoft Azure Cloud. Lahat ng ito, wala sa Pilipinas ang storage ng data. Majority nasa Singapore at US.
To be realistic about it, Madam Speaker, para maramdaman po ang epekto ng free Wi-Fi, we need at least 50,000 free Wi-Fi sites para medyo significant po yung penetration natin, lalo na sa GIDA.
Yan. Ito po ba yung pwedeng maging alternative para naman maging sustainable? We cannot afford to be subscribing year in, year out also to have free Wi-Fi in the country. Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor. My first question, Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor, but for the record, I'm one of the authors of the free Wi-Fi law, kaya medyo ito po yung favorite topic ko when it comes to the ICT. Number one, ulitin lang natin, how many access points do we have right now existing?
Madam Speaker, it's at approximately 13,700 access points for free Wi-Fi.
How many?
13,700.
30?
13.
13,462. Is that correct?
Yes. Madam. 13,400. Yes, 13,462 active sites.
Okay. And if I recall, when I questioned during the pre-plenary, yung 2.5 billion na ibinibigay sa atin year in, year out for the free Wi-Fi can maintain only until 5 months yung ating free Wi-Fi sites na access points.
In
Is that correct?
subscription fees, no
In subscription.
capital outlay, Madam Speaker.
So what happens pag hindi nasundan yung 2.5 billion na binibigay sa atin after 5 months?
Mapuputol po. Para pong subscription ng cellphone yan. Pag hindi nyo po binayaran, mapuputol.
So putol po. So for the record, yung 2.5 billion na binigay sa atin under the SUF fees ay mapuputol ang free Wi-Fi na binibigay natin sa ating mga kababayan. Tama po?
Tama po, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, if I'm not mistaken, nabigyan ulit tayo ng another 3.6 billion and I would like to thank DBM for adding 3.6 billion. Pero dito po sa 3.6 billion, ilang buwan po may extend yung ating 13,462 sites?
At the most, Madam Speaker, until maybe February of 2025.
Until February 2025. Meron po ba tayong makukuhang new sites with additional 3.6 billion?
Uulitin po, Madam Speaker, wala pong capital outlay yan. Yan po ay just to maintain the subscription of our free Wi-Fi sites, Madam Speaker.
So with the 2.5 plus 3.6, it's good enough to maintain our access points as of this time? Until the end or early 2025, February?
Yes. Before the end of the first quarter of 2025, hopefully.
So, paano po kaya yung hinihingi sa atin ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos na magkaroon ng talagang makatotohanang free Wi-Fi? Ano po ang nakikitang solusyon ng DICT? Magkano po ba ang kailangan ng DICT para naman magkaroon tayo ng mas marami pang access points at maging makatotohanan yung free Wi-Fi at matupad ang kagustuhan ng ating mahal na Pangulong BBM?
To be realistic about it, Madam Speaker, para maramdaman po ang epekto ng free Wi-Fi, we need at least 50,000 free Wi-Fi sites para medyo significant po yung penetration natin, lalo na sa GIDA, yung mga locations. In order to maintain the 50,000, na kung maro-roll out po natin ang 50,000 free Wi-Fi sites, we would need approximately 1.8 billion pesos a month in subscription fees. 1.8 billion a month in subscription fees. So you do the math, Madam Speaker, we would need, without capital outlay, we would be needing, and without capital outlay and assuming that we have 50,000 free active Wi-Fi sites, we would be needing for a 12-month period, we would be needing 20 billion. 21.6 billion pesos just for subscription, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor, mahirap po nating hingin yun, napakalaki po nun. Siguro ano yung practical at kayang implement? Alam niyo naman po, ang DICT, nagkaroon po tayo ng problema year in, year out when it comes to absorptive capacity. Siguro doon muna tayo pumunta. As of this moment, yung binigay po ba sa inyo na 2.5 billion, ano ang absorptive capacity nito? Naubos niyo na po ba yung 2.5 billion?
Ang magandang balita po, for the first time, we breached 90%. We are now over 91% for the absorptive capacity of our free Wi-Fi program, Madam Speaker.
This is for the 2.5 billion.
Yes.
What about the 3.6 billion?
Okay. So, Madam Speaker, yung 3.6 po, kare-release lang po nung August 6. Ito naman po yung subscription lang. So, you can
So
expect
easily-
full utilization of that amount.
Okay. Magkano po ang request ng DICT sa DBM for the year 2025 from the spectrum usage fees?
Ang hiningi po natin ay 9 billion, Madam Speaker.
9 billion. Ano po ang breakdown ng 9 billion? Ano po ang magagawa nitong 9 billion? What programs are these?
So, okay. Meron pong lumalabas na konting issue which we may have to resolve, hopefully, in this budget cycle. Meron po walang kolatilia sa SUF na it will purely be for MOOE, wala pong capital outlay. So, hindi po natin magamit. Kailangan pong pondohan ng GAA yung capital outlay.
Special provision na nakasulat sa atin before, Free Public Internet Access Fund. In addition to the amounts appropriated herein, 2.5 billion shall be used to provide financing of the implementation of the Free Public Internet Access Program, including ICT infrastructure such as backbone, middle mile, and last mile ICT infrastructure, construction of towers, data centers, assets, and services, as may be determined by the Department of Information and Communications Technology or DICT, sourced from the spectrum users' fees collected by the National Telecommunications Commission, constituted into the Free Public Internet Access Fund under the management of DICT in accordance with Section 17 of RA number 10929 for the following purposes with their corresponding amounts, A, B, and etc., etc. Meron pong additional kayong idagdag dito, Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor?
Madam Speaker, meron pong proposal ang DICT. So I think ang pinakamaganda ho niyan ay pagbanggain natin ang proposal ni Congresswoman BH, and we will pick out the most optimal combination para po ma-implement natin ang proyekto, which is the baseline of all this.
Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor, kung sa sinasabi nyo kasi na amount a while ago, pag tinitignan ko yung 50,000 access points, medyo hindi rin sustainable para sa atin na nagsusubscribe tayo year in, year out sa ating mga telcos. Kasi kung sinasabi mo nga 20 billion, the thing that you mentioned, if we have 50,000 access points and we have 20 billion in subscription fee, kahit meron pa tayong spectrum users fee, it will not be enough to maintain and for it to be sustainable. Kaya I'm happy that we have this capacity purchase as another thing in yung ating national broadband plan. Ito po ba yung pwedeng maging alternative para naman maging sustainable? We cannot afford to be subscribing year in, year out also to have free Wi-Fi in the country. Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor.
Madam Speaker, repeat the question.
Okay. You mentioned a while ago na parang magka 50,000 access points na hinihingi natin. Medyo mataas ang pondo dito. Maintenance pa lang, nasa, you mentioned 12 billion or 20 billion?
20.
20 billion. Kahit may SUF po tayo, 20 billion every year, hindi po yun makatotohanan para sa atin. So ano bang alternative natin? Aside from the capacity purchase, what is an alternative para naman maging totoo yung free Wi-Fi program natin? Because hindi rin kayang isustain ng SUF ito if we are subscribing.
Ang pangtapat po dyan, actually, kung fully implemented, ay yung National Fiber Backbone natin, yung National Broadband Program na sinasabi. Pero we are now fully operational sa Phase 1. Phase 2 and Phase 3, the DICT commits to be able to finish by the end of the year. We can shift to the national fiber backbone to supply the free Wi-Fi dahil nga at its current state na we're paying subscription fees, it is not sustainable. And to add to that, pag po nag-lapse yung subscription at na-terminate, Madam Speaker, the National Procurement Act takes over. So we have to go through the bidding process again, which takes time. That's why initially during the budget briefing, this representation was suggesting that we have a critical level na once we reach maybe 70% utilization of the 2.5, the DBM will automatically, without express demand from the DICT, download already the balance.
Madam
For-
Speaker, Mr. Sponsor, if I may interrupt lang. But that's the point eh. Iba kasi yung programa within the proposal. So hindi pwedeng simultaneous. Kasi may ibang programa submitted out of the 9 billion. Iba yung maintenance, iba rin yung capacity purchase. So I think hindi pwedeng, I agree with you doon sa pagdating sa 70% doon sa maintenance ng sites. But doon sa other programs that's being proposed, I think it has to be given simultaneously. And I think that is something that I would like to put on record kasi hindi natin mapagsasabay-sabay yung mga programa if we will wait for the consumption of that kahit na ibang programa siya. Because remember, you told me 2 programs in the free Wi-Fi in the one that you submitted. So, yun lamang po yun. And I think that is the reason also why importante yung ating special provision. Is that correct, Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor?
Yes, definitely, Madam Speaker. That's where once we will harmonize the proposal of Congresswoman BH and the proposal of the ICT as an agency to the special provision, and again, to come up with the optimal mix so we can have what is the best.
Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor, I just have one concern when it comes to the construction of towers. Like you said, baka kasi hindi sa maximize use of spectrum users fee natin if we will construct, if there are existing towers naman available. I think there are a lot of towers na hindi nagagamit, like was mentioned earlier. So, I would just like to put on record that it's better to maximize the use of existing towers that are not being used by current telcos right now kasi hindi economical for them. Maybe it's something that we can really take a second look at.
Sa kasalukuyan po, Madam Speaker, pinag-aaralan na yung mga revisions sa Common Tower Policy to make it more useful to the free Wi-Fi program and to other programs of the government pertaining to this.
Yes, Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor, because I see the value in making maximized use of the spectrum users fee. And if we have existing towers right now not being used because hindi lucrative para doon sa private sector to use, then yung government can actually come in and make use of those just like the best practice in other countries eh. Marami po kasing towers ngayon na nagkalat sa ating bansa na hindi nagagamit kasi walang nagsusubscribe. So ang ginawa ng mga private telcos, sinut down nila ito. And I think ito yung magandang paraan because the towers are there already, then hindi na tayo gagastos, then we can make use of that para magkaroon tayo ng mas marami pang free Wi-Fi sa ating bansa.
Kasama po dun sa dinadraft na bagong guidelines to revise the Common Tower Policy would be to enable the NTC, and the ICT as a whole to designate areas where the common tower companies would put up their towers. So it does not necessarily have to be in a high population density area. And as much as possible, we can have a balance between GIDA at saka mga urban areas.
Actually, Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor, ang sinasabi ko nga, there are existing towers na hindi nagagamit. Baka pwedeng pasukin ng DICT na gamitin natin. Kasi sayang yung pera. Ginawa na to eh. I think we can make the most out of it by tapping those towers that are not being used right now. I think this is the fastest that I see na pwede. And yun yung sinasabing capacity purchase because this is what's happening in other countries.
Okay.
It's a partnership really with the private sector and government.
Madam Speaker, yan po yung SIM card ng bayan.
Okay.
So, bubuhayin po yung mga low revenue generating tower assets ng telcos at ng common tower companies at isa-subsidize natin by subscribing. Yan po yung component dun sa 9 billion na 2.4 billion. Yan po yung SIM card ng bayan, Madam Speaker.
So yun po yung sinasabi ko, Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor. Iba po yung programa kasi to maintain the access points. Dapat simultaneous ang release. That's why I would like to put it on record that this is something na within the free Wi-Fi program, magkaiba yung programa. Hence, dapat ma-release yung pondo ng sabay sa DICT. Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor, yun lang po. I would just like to put that on record. To my next question, next topic, yung national data centers natin. I'm really concerned and bothered doon sa sinabi sa atin nung pre-plenary ni Yusek David na wala tayong sarili nating data center, so nagre-rely tayo sa international. Tama po ba yun?
Tama po yan, Madam Speaker.
So halos lahat ng government agencies natin, ang ginagamit natin public cloud gaya ng Amazon AWS, Google Cloud at Microsoft Azure Cloud. Lahat ng ito, wala sa Pilipinas ang storage ng data. Majority nga sa Singapore at US. Ang DICT, wala pang magmamayari na totoong data center na pwedeng magamit ng gobyerno. Tama po ba ito?
Tama po yan, Madam Speaker.
Para mukhang tayo lang yata sa Pilipinas ang gobyerno na walang pagmamayari na data center. Sa ibang bansa, mas importante ang records at datos na ito ng mga mamamayan. May request po bang budget for data center? Ang DICT?
Meron po 4 billion.
Magkano po ang naibigay, Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor?
750 million po ang
Yung 4 billion, ilang data centers dapat yon?
3 data centers po yon. Kaya yung 750 million, kulang po sa isa. So, hindi po natin matatapos yung kahit isang data
Were
center.
you able to explain this to DBM, Madam Sponsor, Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor? Kasi I think it has to be put on record. Wala pong data center sa Pilipinas. Lahat ng data po natin nasa ibang bansa. Kawawa naman po ang data ng ating bansa if even our government records are not with us.
Definitely, Madam Speaker, kaya po na maitayo yung 3 data centers with the amount requested, Madam Speaker.
Hindi po tayo mapapahiya, Mr. Sponsor. I mean, this is important, yes. Pero kahit ibigay naman sa inyo, hindi nyo naman magamit, kawawa rin naman yung ibang ahensyang nangangailangan nito. So ano po ang makatotohanan na mai-implement na data center ng DICT? Para lang po alam ng ating mga kasama sa Kongreso.
Actually, I was informed by the DICT na nagko-conduct na po sila ng soil testing for the possible locations ng data centers. Pero to be more circumspect, Madam Speaker, about the request for funding, kahit 2 billion po for the first phase ay masisimula na ang ating data centers. Ang completion po niyan, magtatagal naman. So, pwede na po tayo dun sa susunod na budget cycle, Madam Speaker.
So, Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor, 2 billion. At dahil ina-amend natin yung special provision, kung hindi tayo mabigyan sa GAA, pwede pa rin tayong kumuha doon sa spectrum users fee. Tama
Your
ba?
last question, Honorable BA.
Dahil nakalagay naman doon, data center. Is that correct?
Tama po yun, Madam Speaker.
Okay, maraming salamat. I'd like to put that on record. Last na lang po, ang hihingin ko lang po, yung solo parents database, nasa batas po ng solo parent law. Can I get the commitment from the ICT that they will now do the solo parent database as per RA 11, as per the Solo Welfare Act? Solo Parents Welfare Act.
Definitely, Madam Speaker, the DICT commits to that.
Maraming salamat, Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor. Pagtulungan po nating mailagay or magamit ang SUF para sa mga data centers at free Wi-Fi at SIM card ng bayan. Maraming salamat, Madam Speaker, Mr. Sponsor.